The sudden rise in electric vehicles' demand and use has further intensified China's grip on the UK and Europe at large. As the largest EV maker, China leads the automobile market with its sophisticated and budget-friendly electric cars. However, unsettling reports from government insiders suggest a dark underbelly to this dominance. These electric vehicles, while affordable, come with a sad twist. Embedded technology capable of harvesting vast troves of private information, ranging from your precise whereabouts to chilling audio and video recordings. Worse still, they seem alarmingly vulnerable to remote hacking, potentially leading to a nightmarish scenario of being controlled or even disabled at the whim of unseen forces. What are these technologies that China is secretly installing in their cars, and how do they stand to change the UK car experience? Join us in this video as we explore how China could spy on us through our electric cars. The looming concern gripping Westminster isn't the high-profile issue of ULEZ, but rather a stealthier threat that lurks within the very heart of your car. Behind the sleek facade of every modern electric vehicle lies a hidden menace, a cellular Internet of Things module, CIM, buried within the electronic control unit. This unassuming component controls a myriad of vital functions, from sensors and cameras to geolocation capabilities and the engine itself. Much like your smartphone, it connects the car to the vast digital realm, becoming the gateway through which data flows in and out. Manufacturers claim innocence, asserting that this data transmission is necessary for design improvements and software updates. Yet the implications are unsettling. Reports suggest that these CIMs aren't just transmitting innocuous geolocation data, they're silently capturing and disseminating a wealth of information, even from the inner sanctum of your personal space. Tales abound of Tesla engineers clandestinely sharing footage from unsuspecting drivers' cars, including glimpses inside the revered Elon Musk's garage. The very thought of your audio conversations being whisked away to unknown destinations paints a chilling picture. Government officials, usually privy to confidential discussions, are now in a state of unease. The security services entrusted with safeguarding the nation are reportedly petrified. Imagine the corridors of power echoing with vital, hushed conversations carried through the high-tech vehicles used by ministers. Now picture this sensitive information flowing to a foreign power, like a sinister thread weaving its way to the hands of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. The specter of the CCP gaining insights into the movements, discussions, and strategies of the Prime Minister is a nightmare scenario. A recent ominous warning came from a bipartisan group of MPs, sounding the alarm that Britain is teetering on the brink of surrendering control over its car market infrastructure to Beijing. The associated security risks cast a long shadow, as all the data collected could be exploited by foreign powers, turning it into a potent and potentially dangerous weapon. As the political battleground shifts towards the ambitious net zero targets, a contest rages between the Conservatives and Labour. Even within the Tory ranks, there are those urging a more cautious approach, fearing the implications of hastily achieving the 2050 target. Adding to the trepidation is China's ascent as a global heavyweight in battery electric vehicles. A potential flood of Chinese cars into the UK market evokes concerns about vulnerabilities in national security. China has rapidly risen to dominate the electric vehicle market, with projections showing a staggering increase in market share by 2030. Chinese companies like BYD are forecasted to seize a significant portion of the market, raising concerns about data security and potential control by the Communist Party. This isn't just about the car brands, but extends to any vehicle containing Chinese-made CIM components, which can potentially become tools for data extraction or even remote manipulation. The alarming prospect is that China's strategic long-term thinking could lead to the utilization of these vehicles as more than just transportation tools. They could serve as data-gathering instruments, with all the information collected becoming incredibly valuable and at the same time dangerous in the hands of a foreign power. The ability to incapacitate vehicles remotely is not just a theoretical concern. The example of Russian interference with Ukrainian machinery illustrates this frightening potential. Imagine a situation where an adversary, such as China, can disable any vehicle with a Chinese CIM, a terrifying prospect indeed. An engineer in the field ominously disclosed how easily covert commands could be sent to a CIM, a vulnerability that could be exploited within a day of software manipulation. Chinese companies might assure the world that no data will be transmitted to their home country, echoing the reassurances from Huawei and TikTok. However, these declarations have proven deceptive before, leading to inevitable mistrust. The analogy of a cunning crocodile enticing a naive monkey seems apt in this context. Furthermore, even if imported vehicles undergo scrutiny for spyware, the frequent software updates required by Chinese companies remain a significant blind spot. making it impossible to monitor the potential inclusion of malicious code. Unsurprisingly, the Chinese government, known for its stringent security measures, is already ahead of the game. It has banned Tesla cars from military and sensitive zones, demonstrating a level of vigilance that surpasses that of many open societies. These bans even extend to locations frequented by the top leadership, such as Xi Jinping, illustrating the gravity of the security concerns at hand. This alarming scenario raises the question of personal data security, particularly in the hands of a potential adversary like the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. While you may not be a high-ranking government official, or a dissident from Hong Kong, Tibet, or the Uyghurs, the broader implications are unsettling. Granting a potential enemy the power to access vast amounts of sensitive data or halt a nation's transport system during times of heightened tension creates a haunting picture of vulnerability. In the face of this unsettling reality, it's essential to consider the broader ramifications of placing such significant technological influence in the hands of a nation with complex geopolitical interests and a history of data manipulation. The potential consequences loom large, and the need for careful consideration is undeniable. The expanding presence of Chinese companies in critical national infrastructure incredibly raises ominous questions about potential vulnerabilities. Imagine a world where essential elements of your daily life, like your car or smart meter, could become instruments of chaos. If China gains a stranglehold on the connected devices we rely on, the unthinkable might become reality. An electricity grid collapse, rendering electric car charging points irrelevant. While the UK government has made headlines by excluding Huawei from its 5G network, there's a disturbing backdoor left wide open. The very routers handling clean 5G signals which keep us connected could harbor components from companies like Quectel sending data back to China. This hidden risk eclipses the headlines about Huawei. And then there's the automotive industry, a vital pillar of the UK economy. Fearful whispers grow louder as members of the Interparliamentary Alliance on China paint a bleak picture. They warn that our beloved car industry faces a grim fate, staring at the precipice of being undermined to extinction by China's encroachment. Consider the numbers. In 2022, a staggering 88% of all passenger travel in Great Britain was done by car. This isn't just a convenience, it's the lifeblood of our daily existence. Handing over control of such a vital industry to Beijing, an authoritarian regime, is a path fraught with peril. The group of concerned MPs, representing diverse political backgrounds, ring the alarm bells, labeling this situation a perilous sleepwalk, leading us to be catastrophically undercut. The implications are bone-chilling. The warning speaks of a deluge of Chinese cars and batteries flooding our streets, carrying with them ominous security risks. This isn't a mere economic concern. It's a national security nightmare in the making. How can we pursue a net-zero future if we're utterly dependent on a nation with questionable intentions? The government's inaction on these security threats is setting us on a dangerous course. If this continues, we might witness ministers forced onto bicycles for security reasons, reminiscent of a bygone era. It's a stark image that reflects the gravity of the situation, highlighting the need for immediate attention. The impending menace, hidden within the sleek bodies of electric vehicles, has become a matter of grave concern. It's not just about cutting-edge technologies and design improvements. It's about the very heart of the nation's security, with foreign powers possibly holding the keys to sensitive data and strategic insights. The threatening uncertainty casts a long shadow over the future of the UK's car market. What do you have to say about this? Let us know down in the comments section.